What you got going on over there? Random rambling, it's a lot over here, so just keep up. Welcome to my life, be like real life, told by QV. What it look like this week? We got an hour for you to save the world. Let's go. I'm so happy to have you here.
Woo! It's been a long break from this podcast microphone. I feel like I've been gone for 40 days and 40 nights. Welcome back to My Life Be Like, real life told by QV. And life has, oh boy, since I've been away from this podcast microphone. It's like, was taking a break. Was it a curse? Because what is going on, baby? But I tell you what, I have missed my podcast and microphone. And, I listen to my own self. I know some people think that creeps them out. I see the yawning ain't went away. But I am half asleep. You ain't even gonna sit here in front like I'm not. But I listen to my own self. So yeah. Y'all welcome back. I took a break last week. I intended on getting y'all some exclusive content last week. None of that happened because life was really just going on. And life went on this week, this last past week. I'm hoping that it is now my birthday week and I can get a little piece of sanity this week. But yeah, I don't know about that either. Now we're finna go into Thanksgiving and all the things. Babe. Ugh. Woo. I guess, child, I guess. Um, I'm hope that everybody is doing well, and I hope that you're whole. This is your check-in. Cuckoo. Y'all all right? Y'all all right? And for the record, I know y'all know I live in Noonan, but sweetheart, I did not win the lottery, or else y'all probably wouldn't have heard from me for another month. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Y'all would have heard from me. Because one thing about me, if I'd have won the lottery, y'all wouldn't have known. No way. But I'm going to go ahead and get it on out of the and tell y'all, ain't my money. I ain't got it. I wish it was me. Why am I yawning for real now? Now, I ain't that sleepy. Come on now, buddy. Get it together. But I'm just going to tell y'all, ain't me. I'm sorry. Ain't me. And sorry. Whew, so let's roll on with it. My life be like a literal toilet. Let's waltz back the week before I was getting ready go to North Carolina, and I wasn't feeling my best. I mean, I wasn't. I don't know. I wasn't like like a cold or flu sick. I was like, meh, meh. Why do I keep yawning? Just I was icky, all the things, and then I went to North Carolina. I was super tired in North Carolina, super achy. I realized that I need to come home and make some appointments about my legs because, boy, my legs are in worse shape than what I thought they were. Because getting up on that foot and on these feet and dancing Saturday tore me up, even in compressions. And usually I can be my compressions on and I can take me a little old. I want to stop yawning. Why am I yawning like this? I ain't yawning like this the whole time. So I picked up this podcast microphone. That's why I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and do this while I still got some energy. Seems like something I pick this up, I lost my energy. Um, my legs. I usually be straight. Get me a muscle relaxer and stuff, and I be straight. Nah, bruh, these legs ain't having it. So as I was gonna come home and make my appointment for orthopedic, Christian gets sick. Christian been sick. Christian got very sick. Christian ain't never been this sick. Christian usually have a little stomach virus a day and be done type deal. Christian don't never really have colds and flus and all that nasty stuff that other kids have. But boy, it got her this time. Um, she was down bad, and like today is her first kind of normal moving day, and she go back to school tomorrow. She been like unfeverish since really Friday night. She really broke a fever when it hadn't come back. I'm tired of yawning. What is going on? I'm yawning like 15 times in these 5 minutes. What's going on? Why am I yawning like this? Um, I don't know. Whatever she had, of course, you know she wouldn't let them swab and see what she had. But boy, cold, flu, whatever that was, your girl was not. She wasn't that. That wasn't that. Um, That's a hot mess right there. That was a hot mess. So I've been babysitting Christian. I did get some rest, y'all. I did. I had to. I had no choice. My body was so tired. I've been so tired. All the things, etc. But that inevitably made another crisis because I was out of sick time and I just took Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off and half of Tuesday off. So now my job, it makes entirely no sense. So we work 10 months out the year, they pay us 12, which means we get a salary. They stretch our money out to 10 months. Well, when you're off work, they deduct it hourly, which is, if you're going to pay me stretched out, you need to deduct stretched out. And in the accumulation of time, I don't understand missing time anyway until you don't make it back up at the end of the pay period. That's the part that don't make sense to me. Like missing a day or two, going a day or two over sick time when you stretching time out doesn't make sense to me because either A, you could just take my last paycheck if you fire me, or B, I'm accumulating time. Then just don't accumulate the time. And if I'm negative hours, then at the end of the pay period, which would be August, then you explain, hey, your check is this short because you didn't accumulate enough time to cover these absences. So when I lose, like I did last month, I think I told y'all about that. When I lose a day, I lose almost half of my paycheck. So I've lost 3 days. I doubt 3 days and 2 hours. I seriously doubt I'll have a paycheck in December. The problem with December's pay is I get paid in the middle of December and don't get paid again until the end of January, which means I'm gonna be crazy with it, Christmas and all the things. So I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna have to do. I still haven't found a job. Yes, I've been looking. No, it's not looking favorable. This is getting on my nerves. I don't know what else to do. Like I seriously, at this point, somebody is gonna have to get Christian at 3 o'clock, and I'm gonna have to go to work at another job. I don't have the. That's like the only thing that I can think of that I can do. Like I've tried to find work overnight. It's not happening. Like I now need a babysitter and stuff like that. And people are so inconsistent. I hate that I did this route in the daytime before and they were so inconsistent and I missed work and all the things because people are just peopling. But the only way I foresee this is that I go get a physical job like waiting tables or something from like 5 to 10 or something like that. So I guess that's the new thing I'm gonna try to look for is a babysitter because now I have to work, which means I don't even know if it's gonna make sense because paying a babysitter every day and not making money, it makes no sense. Like it's just more problems on top of problems on top of problems on problems that I'm tired of freaking having. So my GoFundMe is open, and I'm getting very freaking frustrated. I'm over it. I just really want to get this mortgage off of me. As many as people as I know, I don't care if you know me, throw a benefit, do something, help me out. Like I can only do so much, and asking people and all the things. Like help me out. I help out everybody. If you know me, you probably and if you probably had to ask me for help at one point in time. This is your point to give back. I'm just saying. As a matter of fact, my birthday is, if I'm not mistaken, is on Giving Tuesday. You want to help? Yeah, figure it out. Help me figure this out. Like seriously, it is. This is it's gotten on my nerves. It is gotten on my nerves, and I'm not trying to sound like that person, but when you in this kind of um when you in this kind of strength, I don't know. Um no, Giving Tuesday is not on my birthday. It's on December the 2nd. Um Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for something. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for something. Uh oh my. Uh oh my face is itching. Hold on. Okay, I found what I needed to no. Sorry about that. I was trying to get something ready for the next segment, and my phone is doing the absolute positive most. Anyway, no, Giving Tuesday is on the 2nd, but anywho's close enough. Like at this point, figure somebody help me because I'm out of everything. Some people have more resources than me. Help. For the ones of y'all that have helped me, I appreciate it. Um, I've been trying to get back to people. It's just life is doing everything it could possibly do right now. And I feel like once I get out of one place into doing something, other things start happening like this. And it's very infuriating. It's beginning to more than just piss me off. And I hate the people see my face every day, and I'm just like, people will write me this the last couple of days like, hey, you usually make a lot of noise for your birthday. How can I be happy that it's my birthday? Like, I don't have any money. I've been in the house for like 5 days, 6, 7 days coming into my birthday. I've been trapped in the house with no money. I've spent everything that I had. My child hasn't felt well. I got to go back to work. It's the week before Thanksgiving, and all the things that are going on. I'm about to be broke, and I don't know how to fix this with Christmas and everything else that's coming up. Like I don't know what else to do. I don't even have the money to take myself out for my birthday because I have so many other obligations going on. It's insane. Like it's crazy. I usually account for how much money I have for this, that, and the third, but putting me in the house made me spend more money on groceries and other things that I had to have, and just stuff that I had to buy, to make sure Christian was drinking and eating and everything. It had something to drink and eat and other things. And yeah. I I'm very unhappy that I'm actually not even happy for my birthday. Like usually my birthday is a very happy time. November is a very happy time, and my life is just snatching every ounce of joy out of me. Every ounce of joy. Like I can't enjoy nothing right now. Like nothing. Nothing. I used up all my sick time, and that's the reason why I told my sister I didn't have personal days to stay in North Carolina extra day just to try to do something for myself or whatever. And then things happen with that trip and money and stuff with my sister or whatever. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. Like I would rather have had a little money to enjoy myself, and I just had to go up and come back down. Um, come home. It was excruciating cold when I got back. I want my peace and my joy back more than anything. Like this being in constant state of panic and trying to figure it out over and over and over again. It's not me. It's not the way I live. It's not the way I want to live. It's crazy. It's insane. It frustrates me. It pisses me off because these are the things that last year, this time, I was trying to avoid. I kept saying, do this, do that, do this, do that. And it just seemed like everything that I tried to do in 2024, the end of 2023, 2024, I feel like right now it's just haunting me to keep me from being in this. I was like, well, I'm sure. I'm like, good God, did you know I was about to go through this? Is that why I was so hell bent and adamant on trying to get things done? And I still ended up in the sewer. So yeah, I am over it. Like I'm so tired. I'm tired of like being in fight or flight. And people either saying dumb stuff to me because they're not reading and not understanding or not comprehending or just thinking you can be malice and stuff. Like I never envisioned myself seeing somebody going through stuff and beginning to kick them while they're down. Is the craziest thing that I've ever seen and heard, but I'm constantly experiencing it. People are constantly just saying crazy stuff to me, and I'm like, what are you, what, huh? Like are you okay? Like I could never say some of the stuff that people have said to me, and I don't know how else to explain it. I just don't. Like I'm still now, it's November, December. I have no money towards my GoFundMe like that, and I don't have the money to even make up now that I've lost money and time of money that I thought I was gonna have. I just keep going in the hole. Like I couldn't even get my hair done for my birthday. I can't do nothing. Like, bro, when I tell y'all I am frustrated beyond piss and can't do anything, like I've never been this flat. Like this has really taken a toll on me. I'm like at my, when I say wits end and at it. Like at my wits end. Like I'm over it. Super, 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 super over it. Turn my phone off because it never fails. When I start recording my podcast, the phone starts ringing 3,000 times. And I'm like, if I don't answer the first time, don't don't call back. as soon as I don't answer, that means I'm busy. It went to voicemail. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Uh-huh. So now that it's November and I don't have anything, I have to find the money to go to school. Like my financial aid runs out in February. So that's another at least the first five probably 5,500 of that $20,000 that I need for school. I got to come up with that in like the next 90 days. Yeah. 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 I yeah. It's all the things. So if I feel you feel like I'm just being too much, I'm sorry. Just life is really got me by my ankles, and I feel like that is the way it's drowning me upside down. Like there is no winning. It doesn't matter what I do. There is no winning. And it's just tough to see people. It's tough to sit here and see people support BS and not help somebody who really needs. And these are people that I know who support BS and watch somebody like me who really needs and don't want to help. Like that is the craziest thing ever. I'm not apologizing for what I said. I see people do and that I know give hundreds and thousands of dollars to BS, but $5, $6, $20, it would help. I tell people all the time, the amount of y'all just sit there and don't even give $1, $2 is on something because you feel like, well, my $1 or $2 won't help. Yeah, it will. $1 or $2 adds up to lots of dollars when you help it, when you got this amount of people that know people or whatever. But like somebody told me the other day, they was like, it's crazy. Your phone is dry when you need stuff now because just this time last year it wouldn't stop ringing, and then yeah. So I fully understand why things are not. No, I know. Nope, I'm not doing that. Nope, I'm not. I don't care. You see, like I say, this. Yeah, you're right. The phone is dry. Well, let me get off that situation before I start outing people. Um, Let me hush before I start outing people by name because y'all know I ain't like that for real. Let me focus and keep my eyes on the prize and get back into my outline because this is gonna be a very good podcasting day. Um, I'm gonna make it. I am going to make it. Lord, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. Deep breath in and blow it out. I have to tell myself what I tell some of these kids in crisis is deep breath in and blow out the candles because it gets rough. It gets rough. Sorry. I had to go on a tangent and a tirade. Oh, so let's get into the topic of the day. This topic was submitted to me by somebody who is a faithful listener and won't give their name away. And she was pretty much like, I'm glad to see you on the podcasting scene, and I'm glad that you're actually um positively contributing to um um the podcasting space as a black woman because a lot of these black podcasters have gone rogue. Um and it's very disgusting and distasteful at the kind of information they spew and stuff like that, and crazy, and especially in this time. She's like, I know you have your moments and you say what comes up comes out. But she's like 99% of the time your contributions are positive, balanced, etc. Um she's like, but this black podcasting toxicity is crazy. And she was like, I would love to hear your thoughts about black toxic podcasts. Black toxicity, black um toxic black podcasting culture is what she's like, I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions about it as now being a podcaster. And let me preface this by saying, if you know me, you know I don't follow very many popular people in the media, in the media and stuff. Like, I know a lot of you have your big favorite content creators and pastors, preachers, entrepreneurs, and all these things who can create these things, but I don't really have those people. It's some people content that I look at and I like and I enjoy, but I try not to consume people too much, if you understand what I'm saying. Um I think we give some of the wrong people platform and influence and pulpits and stuff. So I feel like I have a lot of great voices, local or in arms reach of me, that I don't need to seek um or consume from people out there. Like, it's great. I may watch, I may not, but I know people who get up and go to sleep and make sure that they have to get up and listen to their podcast or their web shows and stuff at this time or else and blah blah. This me, no, I'm not that person. Especially when we talk about black preachers, I am not that person. A lot of things that happen in black church culture, and when it happens, and some of these preachers I know by name, because I'm not stupid and I've had to study and I've been in ministry school, and y'all share their clips and stuff enough, and so I might go do a little small search on them or whatever, but I don't consume their content like that. Um, it's just not my thing. I know, for example, um, people right now are into like Pastor Mike Jr., Brian Carn, Black Pastor. I'm not into those people like that. Into Matthew Stevens, I never got caught up into people like that. I don't get caught up into influence. It's hard to influence me, if that makes sense. Um, if I want to see something, I'm gonna do it. If I want to listen to something, I'm gonna listen to it. But I have my own pastor I can go listen to down the street and go sit in church and talk to and get feedback from, if that makes sense to y'all. So being overly consumed by people that we've given a platform that probably shouldn't have one, it's just not my thing. And I'm not just talking about Pastor Wise. I'm talking about some of these content creators, podcasters, all the things. Some of these people don't need platforms. We over we popularize mess a little too much for me, and sloppiness and stupidity and stuff. Things that I don't feel like, and I know this might lose some of my um this might be a loss on some of my non POC listeners, but there's a lot of people of color that I don't feel like need platforms and pulpits. They needed to just sit down. The world was better off with them sitting down. Like I don't feel like um I don't feel like that. See how to put this. I don't feel like black people have the time to negatively contribute to black culture and society. We already under attack from every other culture and cohort in the world. I especially black women. We just don't have time. And so I hate that some black people, including myself, don't get the attention and influence and notoriety that people who shouldn't have it have. And I'm not trying to be a hater, but I feel like at this point in life, your impacts need to be positive and growing, not retracting and just rage bait, clickbait, just out here saying stuff and stuff like that. That's just me. I know um I know uh I know that might be an unpopular opinion. Y'all don't get too mad. I really, really hate how toxic black influence, because I mean it's black influence too, black influencer culture. I seen the whole um fight last week. Jasmine Garden, the influencer, pretty big influencer on I know her from Facebook and TikTok. So y'all please understand that I'm not on all social platforms either. I'm on Facebook and TikTok. Like that's where I spend most of my time. I might have pages in other places, but I spend my time on Facebook and TikTok. That's it. Um she had a benefit a couple of weeks ago, and some catty TikTok crazy beef between two black influencers, and it was supposed to be a mutual aid. They was raising money for food banks and stuff. It's from what I gather of it, and if somebody hear this, correct me if I'm wrong. And instead of everybody coming back to the internet and really talking, now some people did come back and talk about how great of a party it was, how much of a blast they had it. I think she hosted it, was it with Dante Cal? I can't remember. It's so many people in that space that I seen that actually went to the party. It was mutual aid. They was raising money for the food banks, I think, at Thanksgiving and all the things. This was 2 weeks ago when the government was shut down. Snap was just been said. Snap wasn't gonna be released. All the things were going on in a whirlwind all at once. It's 3 weeks ago, I think, actually. And so the thing that made it back to the internet was the beef between them two girls. And I can't even, was it Milani and Jamila or whatever their name was? I don't know. And I don't know much about that beef from the beginning. It didn't make it to my FYP when they was beefing the first time. So I don't know what, still don't know too much of what was going on. All I know was a bunch of fake mess from what I heard of it and read, and a bunch of mess. That is what pissed me off about black culture influence in podcasting. So that stuff right there. Because the focus of that should have been how much money they raised and what they was gonna do and who benefit from it. But literally the biggest thing of that was the TikTok beef. That's why I say we don't have time to we don't have time to because that went viral. But imagine if the other stuff went viral. I feel like none people of color do stuff, positive stuff, and it goes viral and it triggers other people to kind of follow suit and do other positive things. Meanwhile, I feel like there are positive things in the black community that do go viral, but most things that go viral and the positive go viral in the black community is negative and toxic. And I'm kind of tired of it. I hope y'all understand this. I hate that I'm rambling, but that's just the way I feel. That's why I say we don't have time to be negative. We've given a lot of the wrong people platforms. And you kind of sort of see this when some people go viral. They be like, "Finally, we made the right person famous," and yeah, yeah, it's finna be that kind of podcast. Cause I don't like it. It makes it super hard. Um, Even in the listening of podcasts, and I'm not gonna name particular podcasts that I've been listening to. Cause I don't want people to feel like I'm being one over the other. But some of these podcasts and sound clips and stuff that I heard from other black podcasters, I'm like, yikes. Yuck. Like, why would you say that? Like, oh man. Like, come on, with influence come power. With influence comes power. And I don't think y'all understand how much power comes behind some of y'all's influence. And so a person like me who just looking back is like, oh my gosh. And I hate to be critical and judgmental, but y'all are doing everything and nothing. And it truly, honestly, it's disheartening and it sucks. So we're gonna talk about this toxic black podcast culture. What do I mean about this? Um, what do I mean about toxic? Because I think I still need to help some of y'all understand. What do I mean? Um, I'm not trying to tear anybody down. I just want my community to do better with the influence that they have been gifted. Because we're better than this. We're brighter than this. So, um, I feel like there a lot of black podcasters have evolved into loud displaying loud wrong opinions, saying stuff for shock value, inciting gender wars, and just having people speak on stuff that they have really no expertise, no knowledge about, no nothing, just stuff that they just saying all kind of weird, crazy stuff about a topic. Um, all for clicks and views. Um, this culture of wanting clicks and views so bad that you will spew harmful, negative, crazy language is out of hand, especially in black podcasting. It's out of hand. I'll be the first one to tell you. Some of the stuff, like I said, a few minutes ago. It's like, yeah, gross. Why would you even come on the internet and say that? And a lot of y'all think that y'all be eating, and y'all don't. Y'all really be humiliating yourselves. In real life, I'm going to tell you as a viewer or listener, a lot of this stuff is humiliating. I would be so far embarrassed having to walk around, and I get that some of the stuff, clicks and views bring you money, but is it all good money? I'm going to tell you this, as a professional, if you had to come interview with me, I wouldn't hire you. And I don't think y'all don't understand that influence money is not gonna last forever. Clicks and views money doesn't last forever. You can do anything in a moment's time. I've known several and seen several people just lose their monetization, and you got to go back to a regular job, and then what you done said on the internet got to follow you to that application. It's insane, ain't it? That's why you got to be very aware of what you're saying on the internet. Because some of you think because you making 10, 12, 15,000, I'm going to tell you now, some of the best of them have talked about how their money has significantly slowed down on these apps because of the algorithms in they plan, because they don't want to give out no money. I told somebody the other day, I was like, when I first got on TikTok, I kid you not, and you can scroll down, most of my videos was getting no less than 1,000 views, no less than 30, 40 likes. I had videos down my timeline that organically got 7, 10, 12,000 views, not promoted, just organically got those kinds of views. Now some for a good day can't even get over 100 views on a good day. My goal of getting to the creator rewards program on TikTok is about shot. But I really need to monetize TikTok real bad so it can be a second income for me. But even then, I'm very conscious of what I say. No, I don't say the things that I say on TikTok, on Facebook, on TikTok. I mean, I don't say the things on TikTok that I say on Facebook, because Facebook has more facial presence. TikTok, yes, some of your people see it. Most people who see it, strangers, but not even that with me. Because I feel like ain't nobody seeing my stuff. I don't care what I do. Nobody's seeing it. But I don't think people understand the long term consequences of things you say, I and do on the internet. Here's another example, and I'm not gonna say no names, and I really don't care. There's someone who reached out to myself and my dance ministry that I oversee about coming to the event that we had last weekend in North Carolina. I politely declined because I was like, what you're not gonna do in previous times when they show up at events, the week after is pure chaos. And maybe you have changed. And maybe you haven't done or said anything and you've been quiet. But I don't want that kind of energy around me. So what did they do when I sent the email explaining to them that in previous times when you showed up at events and how you acted and treated the people, the event hosts, etc. What did they do? They went and proved just what I said they was gonna do. They got on the internet and tried to drag me for filth because of what I said. And that proved my point. And they was like, I ain't said nothing. And I've been quiet and I've been on sabbatical and it's you this and y'all that. No, you are proving the reason why I wrote what I wrote. Thank you and have a great day. Your influence follows you all the days of your life. You can't erase what you put on the internet, not even if you think you can, because people screenshot stuff as fast and screen record stuff faster than y'all can delete it. Period. So you think you just said something that's gonna go away? It never goes away. People will remind you what you say every time. They go back and dig in your tweets from 2004. I know Twitter wasn't around that long, but I'm saying the amount of people who've gotten into stuff here in the last year or two, and they went back and found their tweets from 2008. Goodness, 2009, however long. Twitter, I think Twitter's like 2009, 2010. But going back and finding tweets, sorry, yawning, from 15, 16 years ago is diabolical. It's crazy. But they make you, the internet is a place will make you remember who you used to be and is and ain't, was and were. You can't switch sides on the internet because it's right there for everybody to see. That's why they say y'all have lost y'all's bouts of discretion and truth and privacy and everything because y'all throw everything on the internet. You don't leave nothing up to the imagination. So all of this stuff y'all put is just plain out distasteful. It's disrespectful. It's crazy. It's asinine. I feel like black podcasting should be a place where, and I don't care what form of podcasting you do, like what it should be a place of information, confrontation, like confronting the bad things, and and um growth and building. If you have a podcast like mine, I often confront things. I tell stories about stuff, but I also offer wisdom and knowledge and experience and stuff and positive things. Period. There should be thought provoking moments and moments that teach people, moments that help people see that they're not in this by themselves, moments where you're giving prolific information, stuff that they never heard before. That's what I feel like the black podcasting space should be about when it's in real life. Now I know there are some people that tell stories and all they do is give out like informationals and stuff. That's cool. But when you have a lifestyle podcast like mine, we need to be building each other up rather than tearing each other down. Um, a lot of these podcasts end up being black men versus black women instead of the real issues that face blacks in general. And it's a lot of discouraging. It's the same old, same old. Like I'm not here to tear anybody's podcasting down. But I think we need to fix some of this going forward. I really do. It looked bad. It's not appealing. I said this, building your back off of controversy is never good. It doesn't end well. All of those people that y'all see who built their lives off of roasting people and being mean to me, being so for real about it, and being like, look where these people are now, being messy and petty, who built careers off of it. They're not doing so hot right now. That's all I'm trying to get y'all to understand. I am one of those people who look at the forest and not the tree. It might be good for you now, and it might be making money for you now, but think about if and when you're single and you're a man, all you get on the podcast to do is berate women, and you think some woman gonna really want to talk to you? No. And you can get up here and say, well, that's my podcast, and I just be saying, I have to say stuff like, no, I don't want to be associated with you. No, not saying stuff like that. So people can look at me and then people gonna say, well, you shouldn't worry about. No, I shouldn't worry about what people say, but I'm not gonna okay your foolishness. You sit on a podcast for an hour a week berating women, and all of a sudden you want me to be interested? You want me to believe it's for likes and views? Them strong feelings come from somewhere. Go try that with somebody else. Um, and how we got here is how I feel like where do we get this from? Like how did we get here? Podcasting with everything that's going on with the world and media, news, radio is not as popular as it used to be. It's kind of sort of shifted to podcasting. Podcasting is your new radio, I feel like. I think um podcasting it started off, its intent was to be very positive and a alternative way to hear different people out, people that you wouldn't necessarily hear from. Um because of course everybody can't get on the radio. A lot of people are camera shy. So podcasting kind of is that could be that happy medium, and somehow or another as always people figured out that controversy sells, drama sells, sex sells. And so we started handing podcast mics to anybody that had something to say about anything. Like as soon as, and I noticed this, especially in these last couple of weeks, I mentioned this not on here. I think I said this to some friends. We notice right now, Marjorie Taylor Greene right now is grifting real bad, wigging out because you know MAGA is doing any and every all and everything, and because they're grifting real bad, she's getting more and more and more airspace, playtime, TV time, etc. Because controversy draws views. I don't care what you say. If you gonna talk about it, if she gonna talk about it, then we gonna talk about it. It is what it is. We finna we ain't gonna sit around here and front flake fake and front. Let's get around. That ups the ante if your podcast and stuff or your show is monetized, that brings in more money. Drama makes money. Controversy makes money. It spreads. The saying is like controversy spreads faster than compassion. A hot take travels further than healthy conversation. And when people realize that anger equals engagement, that's how you get people on the internet that's messy, loud, wrong, and crazy. And it's just the way the algorithm works and stuff like that. And I don't like it. I hear some people, especially on TikTok, that I feel like that should have platforms and stuff that talk about really good topics and stuff, and they don't have the platforms and influence because they're not controversial. They're not dramatic enough. They don't get pushed out to the FYP like that. And it's crazy. Y'all excuse me. My throat is very dry and I'm trying to chew some ice and calm my throat from being so hot because it's dry. My bad. Trying to drink this drink here. Um, and I really hate it. One of the biggest things I hate about this toxic black um podcasting culture is gender war. Woo! Gender war. This gender war is irky. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna hold you when I say it. Um, I feel like black women get criticized for every choice they made. Um, Black men have this whole dominance complex, crazy, and you put them together like some of these shows who actually got them all sitting on the stage, and I seem like they do more shouting and being confrontational than actually listening and hearing each other out. And I feel like they intentionally plant rage baiters in these conversations to get clicks and views and to get that viral moment. Um, which I feel like the wild part of it is a lot of it is just taken out of context because they want clicks and views. Ooh, excuse me, clicks and views. Ain't nobody really willing to sit down and have real conversations. There are very few people that'll sit down and just have real conversations when you have those big mainstream black podcasts. A lot of it is just insanity. And I feel like with that amount of influence should come a greater responsibility with the information you spread. I get there's money to be made and stuff, but there are also people's feelings get hurt and they don't care. Things get said, misconstrued. Some people don't have good enough sense to not understand, and we know this on any front. And this go beyond black podcasting. That some people don't understand that sometimes things that are said on the internet shouldn't be taken at face value, and so yeah, some of y'all actually have people that look up to y'all, and when you say stuff, they just take it and spread even more misinformation and toxic drama. I just want to know, what is it teaching others? Nothing. This drama isn't teaching others. It's performative at best. And I think the worst part about it is the people that engage it, that click on it, that keep wanting to hear it. Because the more y'all keep listening to it, the more y'all put it in demand. Oh, y'all like that? And I just feel like we keep having to one up something that's already wrong. It's just like, I'm gonna start off and I'm gonna take a piece of candy, and oh, you like that I took a piece of candy? Oh, well then let me take a soda. Oh, you like it? I took a soda. Oh, let me take some money. Oh, you like that I took some money? Oh, let me start robbing people now. Like, one up and wrong is crazy, and that's how I feel like when y'all keep giving them the light and the time of day. It's what I feel like we continuously do. Just give it wrong to wrong. Like loving a hot take, liking to be debatable. Like, no, no. Like, debates can be healthy. Comedy can be healthy. We don't have to belittle and berate somebody to build something up. And I feel like a lot of times that's what happens. Somebody in the pie gets belittled and berated. Most of the time it's black women. We can't catch a break on no friend. It's just a never ending cycle of doom. And it's disgusting. Um, why is it disgusting? Because it just reinforces everything people already think is wrong with black people. The stereotypes about black men and women. Like I said, some people look up to y'all and it distorts the reality of how things go. Some people don't know how to live, especially now, don't know how to live off the internet. So they think the way y'all said this is the way it's supposed to go. So they think they can come home and like legitimately think that if they talk to their girlfriend or their mate or somebody like that, and like that's the way it goes because they heard you do it first. Um, I told y'all the influence on people is insane. Um, and it creates a rift in division in a community that's already too divided for its own good sometimes. Like we at a time where we should be for one another, but the more I feel like we need to come together as black people, the more reasons we drift apart. Um and it's crazy. And the biggest thing about this toxic black podcast, and that just was a real turn on to me, is that some of these podcasters turn issues that are very sensitive to the black community, issues that I would hope that we could talk through and resolve. Y'all turn this mess into entertainment, and it's not funny. It's really not funny. It is. It's gross. We get on here and we talk about things that or say stuff. I'm not trying to call people out because I know if I say something and start repeating some of the stuff that I've heard certain podcasters say, that's gonna feel like without saying the name, you gonna know they said. It's icy all in my mouth. This ice is helping me and feels so good. We deserve better than to be each other's punching bag. I don't feel like we need to attack each other to be great. There are a lot of issues that are almost black community specific that we need to stop making entertainment. Period. Put a period right at the end of that sentence. And I think it's a time now that we stop the clicks and likes. Or if that's what you gonna do, cool. But the ones of y'all that got sense, stop giving them the time of day. Because if you're not prioritizing the truth over shock value, if you're not bringing in experts to talk on topics instead of these self-appointed wannabe coaches and gurus and stuff like that, these real scammers, because a lot of these things too, I think podcasts birth or enable scamming. Because some of these folks on here be pure scam, scamming the heck out of people, getting people rich and making other people poor. It's crazy. Um, Needs to start encouraging healing instead of hostility, and send accountability for everybody. Make people accountable for the stuff they say on these podcasts, and just start highlighting achievements. Period, instead of trauma over and over and over again. Learn how to speak with wisdom, love, kindness, and truth. Period. Period. It shouldn't be this messy, dramified, crazy. It don't have to be like that. I want y'all to understand, and this is coming from me as a person who has been basically for majority of my life thrown into majority white spaces. They really do think we are stupid. I'm not lying. And every day we about prove why they feel that way about us. We don't do anything for the most part to clean that image up. And sometimes that is why non people of color treat people of color the way they treat us, because of the stupid stuff we do. I know that might be a little hard for you. Some of y'all like, you V. No, I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. The only way we gonna kill that stereotype that black people are stupid is if we just start doing better in the mainstream. With power comes influence, and with that influence comes, with influence come power, and with that power comes a great responsibility to do something good with it. Like, I love y'all. Like, I love seeing black people being able to speak, talk, have their own everything. Web shows, podcasts, all the things. Tours, shows where they go out, comedy specials. I love it. But, and I get, we do need entertainment. I'm not saying that. But some of this stuff, gotta cut it out. Some of this stuff, we gotta beat the black people stupid anyway narrative. And some of these podcasts is expanding on that very stereotype. That black people ain't worth a flip. And I really want us to change it through podcasting, through our web shows. Like, please. Even with black reality TV, y'all kill it. Kill it. It ain't doing nothing. I'm gonna tell you some of the most toxic stuff on TV. That baddies bull and the love hip hop mess, kill it. I don't want to see no more of it. It's getting all mundane, the same storyline, the same drama, trauma, and bull. Kill it. It is not helping anything. Kill it. That whole Zeus network, all that mess, kill it. It ain't doing nothing but perpetuating stupidity for the most part. I know there are some good things in that, but 98% of that perpetuates stupidity and the very stereotypes that I'm preaching about against people of color. Kill it. I don't want to see it no more. We don't want to see it no more. It's the same stuff over and over and over and over and over again. I don't know why Love and Hip Hop is still on TV after all these many years, because y'all really ain't did nothing. Nothing but drama after trauma after mess after drama after trauma after mess after drama after trauma after mess, drama, trauma, mess. Some of them on there do for their community, but a lot of it, the drama, the trauma, and the mess outweighs the good that they do in the community. I'm just gonna be honest. People have don't remember that they do community stuff, but they remember exactly season 15, episode 9, when y'all was at XYZ place in Atlanta tearing them folks stuff up and like kill it. We're done. We're done. I don't want to see no more of that. I'm tired of it. Sick of it. All of it. Even the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Done. Like, we don't have to keep making buffoonery. We can be entertaining without being combative and foolish. Okay? So That's my big spiel. Um, I just want y'all to stop rewarding disrespect. I want y'all to stop sharing content that divides us. Let's please support shows and stuff of people in the black community that uplift, pour out, educate, and challenge healthy black living and being. Like, please, that's all I'm asking. Let's do better as people of color. Period. I feel like the world attacks us enough for us not to be attacking each other. I know this probably will fall on deaf ears because it ain't what y'all want to hear, but I feel like it needed to be said. My opinion was asked, and there it was. That's all I got to say about toxic black podcasting culture. So moving right along to food, y'all. I'm just hungry for Thanksgiving as I was 2 weeks ago when I last talked to y'all. I cannot wait to eat. I am giving away hot meals this year on Thanksgiving Day. I'm still looking for donations for that. I'm looking for people who are willing to drive and take people who ain't got no cars. Y'all, this Thanksgiving is gonna hit hard because even though people got stamps and stuff or whatever, the price of things are so high, y'all. People are so far in debt, and I've heard stories from other people who, because some people do reach out to me and tell me different situations that's going on with them and stuff like that, and I understand fully that my situation can be worse. Let me start by saying that. I understand. I just don't like that I'm in this situation. It's very infuriating, and I feel like I have a right to be furious and angry without people telling me that I shouldn't be angry about it. People telling me, "Well, you should just go do this. You go pray. You're just stupid. What you do is stupid. Like you're doing stuff backwards and crazy." People telling me I shouldn't go to school when I told y'all this contingency of my employment. Why would I not go to school right now when I literally, what y'all don't understand is I'm the difference between me going to school and not going to school is $40,000 more a year. That's why I'm in school. Oh, it makes sense to y'all now. And I'm almost finished. I'm not just starting, y'all. I'm almost finished. I only have 5 or 6 more semesters to go. I got, I'm in winter. I'm about to start winter next week. So today is the last day of school for the fall semester. Winter semester starts not this Monday like tomorrow, but next Monday, Thanksgiving week Monday. And it runs until 10 weeks, I think February. Is why I said I have to secure the money. After February, I'm going to be out of money. So we, y'all see that. So after that, I only have winter, spring, summer. I have winter of 25. I have spring of 26, summer of 26, fall of 26. Hold on, let me make this more rational for y'all. I have the rest of this semester, which is technically fall. I have the spring of 26, the summer of 26, the fall of 26. I have the spring of 26, the spring of 27, and just the fall of 27 because I can't student teach in the summer of 27. And I lost a lot of time when my school that I was with decided to tell me that I didn't have the money. It was too late to get in school for fall. It was like 2 days before fall semester started at the school that I was in. They started way earlier. They started in August. The school that I was going to didn't start until September. So it was too late. So I literally lost a whole quarter of time fooling around, which put me behind a quarter. Because in reality, I probably could have taught half a spring quarter and taught half a fall and been done. Or I probably could have moved around, and it's a lot of things that could have been done. But I'm almost done. I literally, now that we're at the end, I only have a year left. I legitimately have a year left. I'm almost done. And I just want to get it out of the way. I got all of 26 and half of 27. And I'm done. That's it. So when people tell me, "Oh, you shouldn't go to school," it's the difference in $40,000. It's not like I can go out and make a career anywhere else. I can't go and get another job. I don't have a babysitter to go and get a job where I can get Christian off the bus every day and get it to work. So I'm literally stuck in the school system because I don't even have anybody that can watch Christian when I'm not in school, when the school is out. So I'm literally stuck here. So while I'm here, I gotta make best do what I gotta do. So that means get a certification. The difference between my pay and the certification, the way that I plan to walk into it, is $40,000 difference a year. You know what $40,000 difference is? You understand? I barely make 20. I think I make about $20,000 a year, and I think going in as a master's is like 60 grand where I work at. So it's $40,000. Yes, I need to be in school and finishing up my certification. It's also depending, it's also part of my evaluation at this point, sort of. They are looking to make sure that I'm still in school and on track to be certified so I can get in a classroom of my own. Okay, so stop writing me and saying I shouldn't be in school. No, I should. I should. I should. It's the only way that I'm ever gonna be able to pay and make it in this life. I I don't understand y'all why y'all don't understand it. I don't know. I don't know. But anywho, in a review, um, what am I supposed to be talking about now? Oh, food. Oh, I made Biscoff, um, cheesecake and cake for the first time, and it was good. It was good, and I got some slices left for sale for $5 if you want a slice of cheesecake or butter, a Biscoff butter cake. It's almost like a pound cake. It's very good. The Biscoff is all the way through. Both of them. It's very good. Lots of cookie and lots of cookie butter. So if you're a Biscoff cookie butter fan, this is for you. This is definitely for you. Um, let's see what else. Um, my shout outs. So I want to shout out everybody that has been helpful to me in this whole process. I know y'all don't do stuff for names, but listen, I appreciate any and everything, every and anything. Like, I don't want y'all to think I take, even with going on tirades, I don't want y'all to think I take anything for uh advantage, but um I appreciate everybody. I really do that's doing stuff. Because some people are actively trying to help me. And I really want y'all to understand a lot of my frustration do come. And I don't blame others for pointing out how people previously would do things when I wasn't in need, when they were needing me. I don't blame them for pointing it out to me because it keeps me I know y'all, it might piss some of y'all off because hit dog holler. But a lot of frustration is that for so long I've been helping people, bending over, breaking my neck, helping other organizations, people, and everything. And now that I'm without, these people ain't even look my way. But when I didn't need anything, they was blowing me up, blowing my phone up, needing this, needing that, all the things. It's very hurtful to watch. And some people around me, they noticed it. They was like, so when XYZ, ABC, ABC, XYZ now, why? And it's hurtful to have to hear people say it. And it makes me upset. It do. But I can't control what they say because it's absolutely the truth. Why not help me now when it was cool when I could help you and run around. But now that I can't run around and help you, most of you can't even call and say, "Hey girl, I was just checking on you to make sure you was okay. How can I help you?" Too scared that I'm probably gonna ask you for something. And I'm not. When people call and check on me, I speak and keep going on. If you're not gonna offer, I'm not gonna beg. I'm gonna just go ahead and get that on out the way. If you're not gonna offer, I'm not gonna beg. It don't get that serious. Y'all do whatever with that. So anybody that's ever helped me again, thank you. I appreciate it. Shout out to you. You're the best. Um, I appreciate it. I promise you. I really, really do appreciate it. Um, I still want to challenge y'all to help people out in y'all's community. Um, make sure y'all community straight. Make sure your people straight. Um, check on your people. It's a lot going on. That's about all um that I can say. I have my my nose is itching. I have my I have my Thanksgiving hot meal going. If you want to contribute, I posted on my Facebook page what I still needed. I have a cash app. It's gonna happen. Thank you if you've contributed, but I really want to give away some hot meals. It's not about me. Even in the midst of needing and hurting, it's still not about me. I still have the heart to serve and give. Best believe that. So that's that. Um, oh my nose is itching. I'm trying to see, make sure, and see. Hold on, y'all. Um, let me see if I got anything else. Um, any updates? I don't have any. I don't know. Um, I know I have a podcast next week. I will not have a podcast Thanksgiving week. My parents are getting married, and I know that I'm gonna be boggled down with that. So I know I won't have any podcasts. I'm gonna do my best to try to push out some exclusives these couple of weeks. I'm gonna get back on subscriber content because I haven't done any subscriber content in a couple of weeks. And I'm sorry. I'm gonna make up for it. I promise you. I got a lot I can say down in that subscriber box. I swear. If you haven't subscribed, it's only $20 a year, $2 a month. You save money by subscribing a year, and it get lit down there in the subscribers box. So, if I was you, I'd subscribe to QV's content. Um, it's an amazing place. It's a great thing. Um, let's see. Uh, and I think really that brings me to the end of my podcast. Y'all make sure y'all hit me up. For the ones of y'all that always inbox me, and it's another thing I wanted to thank people for. The ones of y'all that inbox me, give me feedback, call me, talk to me about this podcast and everything else. I appreciate you. If it's something that you want to hear on this podcast, y'all know how to hit me up. All of the information that I discuss, or if I ever mention people, are always in the captions of this podcast. So if you need to, oh man, if you if you see something out there in the world and you want me to talk about it, I'll be more than glad to talk about it. I like for y'all to bring me things that can make a whole show worth of content, or at least an exclusive, not just something that's like 5 or 10 minutes or something to give my opinion. Like, I want to be able to talk about it. So those are kind of topics I kind of sort of be looking for. I know some people be some of the topics I've gotten. One thing about me, I'm not gonna talk about that. I don't got no opinion about. And I'm gonna tell you, like, hey, I appreciate it, but I ain't got no opinion about that because I really don't know about it, or something I don't desire to talk about. I think some things I have to understand that, like I say, with influence come responsibility. I still have a professional license, so there are some things that I cannot discuss. And I absolutely would tell y'all, I can say something in a roundabout way, but I can't full on discuss that because I have a professional license, and code of ethics will hit me real fast. They are looking, they are monitoring, and everything else. So I try to be very responsible with my words and what I say, because I do understand with influence come power, and with power comes responsibility. If I'm going to preach those words, I'm going to have to practice them, because there are a lot of things I wish I could go rogue. There are some things that I can talk about and I would love to talk about, especially some political things that I would love to talk about, but because I am a educator, I can't talk about them. Y'all, I know, I know, I know. I even have to watch some of my TikToks. Like, there are lots of things that I have opinions, information, all the things, because yes, I do. I do a lot of political research. I ain't no poli sci person, but I do a lot of political research and everything else. I'm one of those informed voters, which is we all should be, but most of the times we are not. And I wish I could talk about politics, because that's the one thing that I have been hit up about multiple times, especially being an educator, a mom of a child with special needs and stuff. A lot of things that people have asked me to touch and discuss, but because I am a public educator, I cannot talk about some of the stuff that y'all want me to talk about. And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I want to real bad, y'all. Real bad. Eat me up every day. If you want to know one thing that eat me up, is some of the things that I cannot discuss because I'm a public educator. Y'all know I'm very outspoken, and having to muzzle myself on certain things, it sucks. But whatever. I know even with the education, public state of public education episode and exclusive, a couple of my friends was like, you just could have said more things. I thought you would say more things. And I was like, y'all have to understand, I am still a public education educator with a swear in public ethics to and to uphold. my public license and all the parts that go to it. So no, there are things I couldn't talk about. I know. But it's all right. I'm okay. Y'all all right? I'm all right. Y'all cool? I'm cool. Well, that's the end of this week. Thank y'all for coming to hang out with me. I'm definitely gonna try to do some exclusives. Hopefully, my life gets back on track. Happy birthday to me Tuesday. I will be 36 years old. That means I'm almost 40. My Lord, how have I gotten to 40 already? I don't even know. It's crazy, it's wild. At the in the same token, I do want y'all to send me podcasts. I am open to listening to podcasts. So if you got a podcast out there you think I need to listen to, send it on. I don't care what culture, what background, niche, or whatever it is. But if it's a podcast out there y'all want me to listen to, I prefer if they're on Apple. I don't like looking at podcasts on YouTube. I like listening to podcasts on my Apple Podcasts. It's just me. It's my weird way of listening. So if they on Apple and places like that, I swear I prefer to listen to them. Same place I listen to myself. Um, Send it on. Send it here. Um, but yeah, that's the end of it. In a world where you can be anything, be kind, be whole, and be at peace. I love y'all. Happy holidays. If you are struggling mentally, please reach out, seek out. There's somebody here to help. Email me. Let's talk about it. I want to see you on top of the soil and not under it. There is somebody out here that love you and care for you and want to still see you here regardless of what your mind is telling you. So reach out, seek out. I love y'all. I'll see y'all sometime in the week. Bye.